rain here, man. Shit. More rain, more rain. More rain, more rain, more rain. So motherfuckers gotta get that bag, man. You feel me? Every day of your life, you should be working on getting that bag, bro. Hey, look at me. I'm doing the same thing, man. I'm out here grinding every single day. You feel what I'm saying? Until I get that bag, I'm grinding. Every single day. Oh, it's over, man. It's either get the bag or your life is over. Remember the guy, 27 years? Remember that guy? That's gonna be you if you don't get that bag. I say, man, suffer now, you know, and eventually get it in the future, then suffer your whole entire life until the day that you die. I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? What's up with the boss? That's all I can do, man.
Taking the drive.
Oh no, I hate this rain, man.
I know.
Where's my dollar? No, I don't. Shoot. I got 25 cents in it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good rainy day.
Huh?
Have
Yeah. I think
a.
it's number one day maybe here, but
It's gonna rain just a little bit and stop.
yeah, well, I'm not sure.
Hopefully.
Got not too much clouds.
Nope. Yeah, that's right. Have a good day. That's why I'm on the grind right now, bro, because I don't want to be struggling in the date market for the rest of my life where I'm struggling. I'm struggling to get the kitty. I'm struggling to get women in my life, you know. That's why I choose a goal, man. You know. I said I could chase the bag for some years or whatever. I could eventually come out of my struggle, or I could stay here struggling for the rest of my entire life. I say chase the bag, because at least I'm not gonna be in my situation forever. You know. You feel what I'm saying? At least I'm not gonna be here struggling for the remaining years of my life, like just can't get a girl in your life. You know, you just. I remember when I was dating and I was struggling to get a girlfriend, bro. Now I was getting attention and maybe I got a little bit of coochie here and there, but I wasn't getting a girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't getting consistent sex in my life, and that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Cause you get tired of it. You get tired of the struggle, man. So you choose to fucking chase the bag. Hopefully in the future, matter of fact, I know in the future I'm gonna make it out. You know, ain't no hope. I know. You know. You feel what I'm saying? Boy, it's raining like cats and dogs. And I seen guys go through years and years without a woman because of the internet. You know, the internet has allowed women to be more picky. That's the problem right there. You know, that's the problem. Is that they got more options, and if you're not a Chad or a Tyrone, you're going to struggle. These guys don't struggle getting coochie at all. They're at the top of the food chain when it comes to looks. You can't compete with them with your looks, man. You are inferior to Chad and Tyrone. These guys are superior when it comes to looks. That's why you got to get the bag. That evens the playing field. You see that, like I said, man, before, man, the Chads and Tyrones don't have to go out and become anything, bro. They're Chad, bro. They're Tyrone. You know? You know? You know? Okay, he gotta go. You know, Chad and Tyrone don't have to put in the work and chase bags and stuff, man. It's the guys who are average looking and below average looking got to do that. There's so many like sub five dudes in Hollywood right now. There's so many average looking men in Hollywood that the Chads and the Tyrones in the Hollywood are a very small percentage. There's only a small percentage of Chads and Tyrones in Hollywood. But you gotta have Chad though. You know, Superman, uh, Titanic. You gotta have a Chad in Hollywood. You know, they gotta play the Chad role. You know, where Chad gets the girl. You know, uh, in this lifetime, I know I'll never get the Stacys and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And not in this lifetime, because with your looks, you attract Stacys, man. You know, Chad and Tyrone, they attract Stacys, and Stacys attract and Stacys, they attract Chads and Tyrones, because Chads and Tyrones want these women too. That's why it's so competitive. I have always been just average at best myself. Maybe when I was younger, slightly above average. Because I remember I was pulling them, man. You know, this is before the internet took off. You know, I was pulling the females. You know? You know, by the years going by, I guess Hellcat getting old, them looks ain't like what it used to be. I think my eye area has gotten better looking or something like that. You know, I don't know. I could be delusional talk. You know. But my physical ain't gonna always be here. That's what's keeping me in the game. It's the body game for me, man. I look like I worked out when you look at me. That's the only thing that's keeping me, you know, keeping my foot in the door and shit, you know, with young females. That's why you got young females shooting their shot at me nowadays, you know. You know. But I'm not ready to date. We chasing this bag, man. You know. Once we get the bag, once we obtain that shit, then we can go back to dating, bro. My thing is, and I'm gonna keep saying it, you know, long-term goals, man. You know, keep the long-term goals. Don't ever quit. You know, that's how you bring the odds down, bro. When the odds are stacked, I had to stop ordering the pizza because I was getting fat. I said I had to take a break from the pizza because I was getting fat. I was getting too fat. I order almost every single night. I was getting too fat. I ordered too much pizza. I was getting too fat. I did a whole week. One week I ate pizza for dinner. Here, it's really good.
Every day.
For 1 week I did. I got fat right here. Like I gotta go work out now.
Are you,
You know?
complaining?
Huh?
Are you complaining?
I gotta go work out right now. I'm gonna go work it off right now. I gotta take a break though. I'll order some pizza next week, but I gotta take a break.
I always
Yeah.
getting fat and complaining about a pizza.
It was good. It was good, but I gotta take a break because I don't put on weight. We ordered a pizza for dinner straight for a week. That's why I gotta go work out now. You know. Yeah, like I said, I'll never be that guy in the Romeo Juliet, you know, movies and shit. I'll never be, you know, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. That guy's better looking than me. He's been better looking than me. You know, first of all, his nose is more proportionate to his face. My nose has always been big, but not as big as it is now. When I was younger, it was smaller. You know, the only thing that saved me throughout my years is my eye area. If it wasn't for my eye area, bro, I would have been a straight up incel. In my lip area, my eyes and my lips. My height has always been a problem for a lot of females. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not 6 foot. That dude G, he's 6 foot. 6'1", you know, or something like that. But my height has always been a problem in my dating life throughout my whole entire life. You feel me? So now I know that I'm older, I start realizing that I gotta get the bag. Especially as the years keep going by and you keep getting older, you really need a bag. Because eventually I'm gonna get old one day and I'm gonna need something to lean on, man. As you get older, you know, the older you get, man, the more money you're gonna need. Man, that's a nice rig, man. That's brand new. I never seen a rig like that before. That's a Tesla rig. Wow. What type of rig is this, bro? Damn. That's Tesla rig? That's cool, man. I never seen that before. And now it's all about that bag. And myself, bro, I have always struggled to like attract women. The reason why I say that because I'm always up and down in weight. I get fat, I get chunky. Women don't want to have nothing to do with me. And then when I'm working out and I'm in shape, all of a sudden they come around. It's like if you give up on your body game, the women stop. You put on weight, you put on pounds, the women stop fucking with you. It's been like that my whole entire life. That's been my struggle. You feel me? That's been my struggle my whole entire life. Is when I put on weight. You know. You know, but I have always like been in and out of relationships. I think I could be in a relationship right now if I wanted to. It'll be with a sub-5 woman, but I don't want to date down, bro. I don't want to be forced to. Nah, I want to get the bag so I can date up. I want the Stacys, man. I want the Keishas. I want the beautiful, drop dead gorgeous women. That's why I'm chasing the bag now. I don't want to bring like sub-5 women into the world. I mean, sub-5 children. Or men and women, shit. I don't want to bring in sub-5 women or men into the world, bro. I don't want to do that to my kids. I'd rather give my kids better genetics, man. Wouldn't you want your father to give you good genetics? You know, wouldn't you like want to wait until your father got enough money to get a woman that has better genetics so you could be a Chad or a Tyrone? Wouldn't you want to? Wouldn't you want your father to do that for you? So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm chasing the bag, bro. I want to give my children better genetics than me. That's why I'm not trying to be with no shorty pants. These shorties too goddamn. I can't be with no shorty. Nah, bringing short kids into the world, bro. Nah, I'm good. I'll get a female around my height, bro. You feel me? Man, women are picky. Shit, men gotta be picky too. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to protect my seed, bro. I'm trying to protect my bloodline. I'm trying to protect my genetics. I want access to better genetics. I know you guys can feel me. Some of you guys can feel me on this shit. You want the Stacys and the Keishas too. You feel what I'm saying? But they don't want us because we're not Chad and Tyrone. You feel me? That's why I say get the bag, man. That's the only way out for a lot of guys. I don't think guys get that, man. And that's why they spend their whole entire life just wasting away. You know, just rotting. You know, I had this one guy a while back. He came to my channel and you know what he said to me? He said something like, "Come with us, brother, and let's rot," or something like that. And I was like, what? What type of incel mind do you really have, bro? You feel what I'm saying? Come together so we can rot. Fuck you, bro. I'm fighting for mine, bro. I believe in what I want. You know, and when I get the bag, I'm gonna be getting with the Stacys and the Keishas and the Chung Lees and the Marias. Okay? I'm gonna be messing around all top tier women, bro. When I get the bag. And then if you lose the money, the women gonna leave. That's why you gotta stay rich. Somebody said, man, them ladies, they'll get with you because of your money. And then when you lose your money, they're gonna leave. Well, I say, well, stay rich. Don't be poor no more. There's motherfuckers out here that died rich. You know what I'm saying? They died with money in their pocket, bro. They didn't struggle while they was here on earth, bro. You know what I'm saying? All you got is all you got is your commitment, man, and your discipline. That's like your best friend right there, man. As a guy who struggles, commitment, discipline, ambition, drive, that's like your best friend. You feel me? Those things are your best friend. That's what I say, man, get the bag or it's over. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't understand that part. They keep on wasting away throughout the years, not doing anything. You blame your mother and father for that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't teach you right. So you get the bag, man, or it's gonna be over for a lot of dudes. Simple as that. You feel me? It's gonna be over. If you don't understand that, then I don't know what to say to a lot of niggas, bro. I don't. You feel me? I don't know what to say to a lot of niggas. But what I can say is that if you don't get the money, you're gonna struggle for the rest of your life. Now you can take the road where you only struggle for a few more years and then you come out of it. Or you can stay suffering for the remaining days that you got here on earth. I don't want to do that. Personally, I don't. I don't want to be like D, bro. That nigga life is over. I had to take down my last video, man, because I said some things, so I had to take it down. You know, YouTube don't like what you be saying and shit. You know, so I had to take it down. That's a rainbow in the sky right there, man. Wow, that's a nice rainbow. That's a nice rainbow, man. So nah, man, don't be out here giving into the negative shit, bro. A lot of incels out here have given up. A lot of men have given up. They just don't want to compete. And I tell people this all the time. I'm like, not every single man is out here competing. Oh, it got brighter. Look at that rainbow. Wow. It's a double rainbow. Remember that video? Wow. Wow. Like I said, man, a lot of cats don't understand this part right here, bro. It's either you get the bag or you're gonna disappear off the face of the earth. Your genetics on the line, I hope you know, man. You ain't gonna be able to reproduce. You feel me? So as soon as I'm getting the bag, I'm busting nuts inside the cooch. Fuck condoms. I ain't gonna be wearing condoms at all. Like when I'm dating and stuff like that, if I feel like this woman, you know, I wanna be with this woman right here, I ain't wearing condoms. We having a baby. Not right away, but in the future we're gonna have a baby. You know, I don't want to rush things. You feel me? I know I say I would rush and stuff like that, but it's not a good idea to rush. You know, you gotta take your time, find the right Stacy or Keisha to be with for the rest of my life. and sit down with the female I really want to be with, man. Because I'm getting tired of looking at females that I can't really have. And that's kind of depressing when you see females walk by you and like, you know, you're really into them, you're really attracted to them, and they're not attracted to you like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because they so used to being with these Chads and Tyrones that you're like a normal average guy, basically invisible to their eyesight. You feel what I'm saying? So I get tired of being pushed out for women that I'm heavily attracted to. Not the women that I'm not attracted to. I mean, that I'm not attracted to. The women that I am attracted to. And the ones with the fat booties and the titties and the hips and the curves, those are the ones I want, bro. But it's so competitive to get those women. Even if she's average looking in the face, it's competitive to get those. You feel what I'm saying? So I said, I pull up with the bag, I can beat the other motherfuckers in the roster or in the orbit situation. Because women got orbiters. Best believe it. Women got orbiters. So if you come along with the bag, bro, you beat them other motherfuckers, bro. Like that one female that was gonna approach me in that bar a couple of years back. You know, when she thought I had hit a big jackpot, which I lied, I didn't. But she thought I hit a big jackpot. She approached me, bro. That means I was her best option in her roster, bro. When she approached me. Oh, this guy got the bag. Let me approach this motherfucker. That's what these females do, bro. When you have the bag, they approach you. You don't have to do nothing. So that means you're gonna replicate yourself just like that. Very easy. No struggle getting sex, bro. I don't want that my whole entire life where I'm struggling to get sex. Fuck struggling to get sex, nigga. I want sex now. When I got the bag, you feel what I'm saying? When I got the bag, I want sex now. I need to be able to have access to that shit anytime I fucking feel like it. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck going out on dates and having to impress these bitches and shit. And fuck going out with females that you're not attracted to and all that other shit, bro. Fuck that. That's why I'm getting the bag. That's why I'm getting the bag. Fuck going out with females that I'm not attracted to. Women don't do it. Women don't go out with guys who they're not attracted to, bro. They don't even give you the fucking time of day. So why do we gotta go out as men, go out with females that we're not attracted to? Because we're desperate for sex. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to be put in a desperate situation when my back is against the wall and I gotta pick between the worst of the bad. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pick between. No, matter of fact, the what is that? The good or the worst, something like that, or whatever. You got all these bad options, and you're trying to pick the best one to go with. You know, the good of the evil, or the good of, you know what I'm saying? You know, the best evil or something, what they call it, right? I don't want to do that, bro. I don't want to feel like I'm forced to like go with a woman that I'm not attracted to. I'm not attracted to the nerdy chick that always says hello to me in Starbucks. I'm not attracted to her. Yeah, she got height, she got some titties, she got a little bit of ass. I seen it, but that's not what I'm really into, man. Because of her face. Her face is inferior to mine. Even though she's younger than me, she's like 18, but her face is inferior to me. Her genetics are inferior. I don't want that for my kids or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? What I want is a woman that's at least around my looks level in the face, big, nice curvy body, titties. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Got to be at least average and up. When I get the bag, I can date the women who I want to date. I don't have to struggle. With women walking around acting like you don't exist, man, that's not a good thing. And I can't walk around like I'm a Chad or a Tyrone because them days of being young is over, bro. Leading with your looks is over. You got salt and pepper beard. You're getting old. Leading with your looks is over. Now it's time to start leading with that wallet. And hey, I am a future sugar daddy, bro. I am. So what? My age makes me a sugar daddy. Feel what I'm saying? Once I get the bag, I'm a sugar daddy. So what? But like I said, man, you know, you gotta have passion for that bag. You gotta chase the bag of all, you know, you feel me? You know, you gotta chase that bag all day, every day. Or you're gonna be in that situation forever. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna be that 27-year-old motherfucker, bro. You know, I mean, that 27-year dude, was it Kirk Jackson or whatever his name is, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever his name was, that one dude that came around here. Talking about he was in a situation for 27 years? Come on, bruh. For 27 years, you was single for 27 years. He came around, I've been single for 27 years. I'm like, God damn. You are a true incel for sure, bro. That gotta hurt, man. To have some type of success with women in the past, and then you got zero success. I mean, zero success. That gotta hurt your pride and ego, man. You feel what I'm saying? That means you ain't got no fight in you, bro. I'm a fighter, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm about to work out right now. I'm about to do side kicks. You know, I might do a light workout today because I'm kind of sore from yesterday. But we're going to burn some calories, though, today. You feel me? You know. Like I see females going into Starbucks all the time, bro. And I wish I was a Tyrone, bro. Like I wish I was like top tier. I can get some of these women to be with me and shit, man. You know. But Coca getting old now. You know. Even when I was young, I still wasn't getting the Stacy's and the Keishas. I wasn't getting top tier female when I was younger, bro. I was getting average women, bro, at best. You feel me? I was getting average women at best. So when you get the bag, it's gonna be a brand new like lead of women just coming after you, bro. And that's good, man, because I don't want to ever be struggling to get sex in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I don't want to be messing around with you know, call girls for the rest of my life. I mean, I don't do that now, but I can imagine a lot of guys, because they can't get sex on the regular, they go to call girls. You feel what I'm saying? To get sex. But then you gotta think about it. When you go to those massage parlors or you mess with a call girl, that's only like a 30-minute sex thing. You have sex for 30 minutes and then it's over with. I don't want to live like that, bro. Nah, I want to bust a nut and be able to get back into the coochie. You know what I'm saying? Right after I bust a nut. I don't want to have to bust a nut and get kicked out of the door or move on. Hell no. I need to drain my nuts until they're empty, bro. I want to have sex until I'm exhausted, where I can't have sex no more, bro. Until my fucking nut sack is empty, like I said. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to get down the road and be like, damn, I'm still horny. That little 30-minute session wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm on a mission now. Today, as I keep chasing this bag, I know in the future that everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get through it, and I'm gonna be on the beach with a big old booty chick, celebrating my win, having good amounts of sex, and not being thirsty, and not being deprived of sex. Nothing. You know. Damn, you guys are hungry this morning. I just gave them some peanuts. I had some peanuts in my pocket. They ate that shit quick. I guess they got the hungry munchies this morning. I'm talking about the seagulls. They wake up in the morning, they extra hungry. Let's see if I got any food in my bag. I might. Check this out. You guys make weird noises. Nope. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I don't have any more food. You know, I don't want to be that guy that's struggling to get sex, bro. I just don't. That's why my eyes are so focused on that bag right now. You feel me? You know, my bag. My eyes are glued on that bag right now. I can feel it. Eventually, I'm gonna win, bro. Eventually, I'm gonna get that bag into the bank, and eventually, I'm gonna have my pick of the litter. You know, for us men, we gotta earn our way, man. We can't be like women and attract a bunch of women our way, bro. Like, men have a hard time getting sex is because there's so much competition around, bro. You know what I'm saying? All men seek sex to reproduce themselves, man. You feel me? And nature is more cruel on men. And that's why we die earlier, man, because we work so hard through our life just so we can have sex on the regular. You know, we work twice as hard, 3 times as hard as females throughout our life to compete for them, you know, to make things easier for females. You know, yeah, that's right. The main reason why females' lives are easier than ours is because we make it easier for them. Okay? We invent the cars, the trucks, the planes. You feel me? We lay down the road. Okay? We do a lot of construction work. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body. It's the reason why you die earlier. Because we work so goddamn hard. You feel what I'm saying? Throughout life. Like over here, this lady, the spot that I go to, the Fuzz spot, her husband died, man, and she's still living. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he was a bit older, but she gonna live longer because she's a female, bro. He probably worked hella hard throughout his life just to provide, you know what I'm saying? You know, working extra hours, that's taking years off your life too. When you work extra hours, when you work in 8-hour days, you know, when you work in 12-hour days instead of 8-hour days, you work in 4 more hours a day, that's taking time off your life too. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing like desk work, that's different. But if you're doing like retail work, lifting boxes, and if you doing construction and you working overtime, yeah, you're taking years off your life. You feel what I'm saying? You're lonely. That's taking years off your life too. Loneliness. I might not live to be very old, bro. Because I went through 8 years without a woman, without a girlfriend. I'm not saying that I'm an incel, that I was out there, couldn't get nothing at all. I was getting something, but I wasn't getting enough of what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I was dating, I was having a hard time getting the females that I really wanted and keeping them. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I want that power, man. I want that power where I could just reach out and get sex whenever I feel like it. And that's a rich man. That's a rich man's way of the world, bro. Like, rich men, they got access to sex anytime they feel like it. Can you imagine that? I just got access. Like, baby, I want to have sex tonight. Okay. Easy. Done. That's the position I want to be in. You think Mayweather or even Jay-Z is hurting in the dating market? Hell no. They're part of the 20%. They got access anytime they feel like it. Jay-Z got access to Beyonce anytime he feel like it. Mayweather got access to that fine-ass girlfriend he got right now anytime he feels like it. All he has to do is say, honey, let's have sex. She'll be like, okay, get ready. She'll be like, oh, I put on some sexy lingerie for you too. Done. I don't have to go out to bars. I don't have to get on dating apps or nothing like that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have to do none of that. All I gotta do is just reach out. That's all I gotta do. And it's a done deal, man. Even what's his name? Tyrese. I couldn't think of his name, goddammit. Fucking getting older, your memory is shot. Tyrese, man, he don't have to do nothing, bro. All he has to do is just reach out. Even though he's sub-5 or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just reach out. I want sex, I reach out, just like that. Don't have to let me get my clothes on. Let me go and let me brush my teeth. Let me wash my face. Let me look smashed. Let me put on all kinds of fancy clothes that I can't afford, and jewelry and shit like that, and pretend like I got it going on, so I can get sex on the regular. Don't have to do that. I wake up in the morning, let's have sex. I don't have to look smashed. I don't have to do none of that. Just in my house shoes, in my slippers, in my pajamas, and we're like, okay, let's have sex. Okay, cool. Don't have to do nothing. You're in a position where you're not starving for attention or affection. You feel what I'm saying? You're not starving for companionship. You feel me? That's why men chase resources, man. That's why men become rich, because they don't want to be left out of nothing. I don't want to be put in a position where I'm like just starving. He's starving, bro. He don't want to fucking starving, bro. Man, he's starving. Motherfucker looking from a distance like, look, man, he ain't had no woman in like 2 or 3, 4 years. What's wrong with him, bro? I don't want to be in that position. You feel what I'm saying? What's up with it, money hunter? I want to be in a position where I'm rich, bro, and I could just say, slap my fingers like this. Let's have sex. Okay, daddy, I put on some lingerie for you. I got some lingerie. You feel me? That's the spot. That's the position that Kanye's in. That's the position that Mayweather's in. That's the position that Leonardo DiCaprio is in. That's the position that Brad Pitt's in. They're in a position where they're not like starving for companionship or even sex. They're not. You know what I'm saying? They're not desperate for it. So my main thing is we gotta keep our mind on that money. And nothing else should be on your mind. We gotta have full focus on that bread. You see what I'm saying? Because they got there being focused. You gonna get there being focused. Even Leonardo DiCaprio, he's a Chad or whatever, but he still had to get out there and stay focused on acting and stuff, man. One day he was like, man, I'm gonna become an actor one day. Probably when he was small. He wanted to play in movies and shit. So he got busy, man. And look how long it's been since his big movie, The Titanic. Okay? You feel what I'm saying? He ain't never had any issues getting the coochie. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't had no issues at all. Same thing with Tyrese. Same thing. Even though he's sub 5, he still haven't had any issues getting and attracting the coochie. It's men like me and you, man, that struggle. We do that. But I'm being focused like them on my goals. As you can see, I stay focused every single day. Not a single day I'm not focused. Cause I know what it takes to get there. Consistency, bro. To get to that bag. Consistent, being consistent on a day-to-day basis. Every day. The days, the months. The days, the weeks, the months, the years go by, and I'm still focused on it. That's how you get there, bro. You don't get there by quitting and being a quitter and shit. That's not how you get there. You stay focused, laser beam, anything get in the way of your focus, you're done. Okay, let's get out of here, man. I'm not gonna work out today. I'm gonna put on my jacket. I'm too sore anyway. I'm too sore from yesterday. So I can't work out when I'm sore, man. Let the soreness come down first. We gotta go down there and fly a sign and then turn the numbers in. So you gotta keep going, bro. The other night, I didn't tell nobody, but I matched 3 numbers out of 5 on one ticket. I won about like $500. You know, I had four tickets, and I put my numbers in, and I matched like 3 numbers out of 5 on each ticket 5 times in a row. So I won about close to like $500, but that ain't shit, bro. I don't really tell people that. When I do match my numbers to that, it ain't nothing to tell, man. It's just $500. That ain't nothing. I done matched way more than that before. You know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, most celebrities got support by their parents. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Money Hunter. But we ain't got no support. So, you know, a lot of celebrities didn't have any support when they made it. You feel what I'm saying? Which it makes it harder, but you can still get it done. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, you can still get it done, bro. Okay, stay focused on that bag, bro. Yeah, let's get out of here, man. Yeah, I'm surprised some of you guys ain't going to Hollywood. Chase the Hollywood dream, feel me? I watched the Titanic last night. That movie is a masterpiece. I don't care what nobody say, bro. You feel me? That movie is a masterpiece. You know? And some of you guys say, okay, your standards too high. I'm like, what? To want a woman with some curves and just an average looking face at least? That ain't high standards, bro. I like curves. I don't like women without curves. I don't like older women. Okay? That's why I'm chasing this bag today. You know, so I could get what I like. All these celebrity men, what they do when they get money, once they become celebrities, they go after the women that they really truly like, that they're attracted to. Maybe the women are not attracted to them like that, but you're attracted to her and you want her. You feel what I'm saying? You know? All these celebrity dudes, they go after the Keishas and the Chung Lees. You know, they go after Stacy's and stuff like that. Women they've been wanting their whole entire lives. They go after the women they've been wanting their whole entire lives. Maybe they didn't get a Keisha or a Stacy when they was like in high school. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go down here and fly a sign. We could probably work out afterwards, man. But first thing first, we gotta get down there now. Because it gets harder to get stuff after 12 o'clock for some reason. I don't know why that is, but it gets harder and harder to get anything. You feel what I'm saying? So I might work out later. Fuck it. We gotta take care of this. We can get down there now. You know what I'm saying? So once niggas get the bag, they go after the women that they truly are attracted to. Don't have to settle for no land well that they're not attracted to. I'm not attracted to fat women, and I know some females, they follow me and they get upset when I say this because maybe they might be overweight or something, and they get upset and like, okay, you don't like fat women. Ooh, then they start trolling me and stuff. You know, they start saying some negative comments in the chat room and shit. But I'm like, that's true. I don't like fat women. I don't like women who are bigger than me. Okay? Imagine just fucking a land whale, bro. Like, you can fit inside the fucking land whale. I did that before, bro. You know, I was on top of this land whale. This was back in my early 30s. And I fucked her behind my ex-girlfriend's back. Now, this land whale had a nice face and stuff. You know, she had some big old titties, and she had a big ass on her, but she was big. She was like huge. And I went over, I fucked the living dog shit out of her, man. But I got on top of her. I felt like I can fit inside of her, bro. She was twice the size as me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like that feeling. That's why I don't understand chubby chasers. You know, I don't understand that, you know? Being fat is not cool for male or female. You know? You feel me? So, we keep chasing the bag until we get our hands on it. That's it. That's the key to success right there. Is keep going until you get it. Because we want the Stacy's, man. I want the Keishas, bro. You know, I want the Keishas. Yeah, I want the top tier women. I want women with big asses and big titties and curves. You know what I'm saying? I want them how I like them. And I don't want to be forced to like sleep with a female that I'm not attracted to. I don't like that feeling where I'm like forced to get with a female that's not even on my looks level. I can see if she was average looking at best. You know. I'm not saying she got to be top tier. I'm just saying she got to be at least in the face a 5 or a 6 or something. You know. I don't want to have to settle, man, because I feel like when you settling, I feel like you robbing yourself out of life. You could be getting better, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to settle for the first woman who like you and shit, man. Like that one geeky, nerdy girl. I don't want to settle for her, bro. I mean, she's 18, she's young, but she's below me in the looks area, bro. How I know that? Because I've been with more attractive women. My last girlfriend was more attractive than her, bro. The women I dealt with has been more attractive than her. Why do I gotta settle for less? Tell me why. You know what I'm saying? Why do I gotta settle for a land well? You're gonna push me up against the wall, you know. You're gonna push me up against the wall and force me to eat the porridge I don't like. I feel like I'm being force-fed. You feel what I'm saying? Well, a motherfucker tie you down and just feeds you stuff that you're not stuff that's not your style. You know, women don't do that. They don't settle for men that they're not attracted to. So why should we? You feel what I'm saying? You know, why do we have to settle? I see guys settling all the time, man. Bro, if you settle, you in a powerless position, bro. And you're thirsty. You feel me? Nah, we get in the bag so we can get the top pickings. You feel what I'm saying? We get in the bag so we could get, you know, get the prime rib, the pick of the litter. Damn. We need water. We need water. I want to get the pick of the litter, man. I don't want to have to settle throughout my life. Settle for like leftover scraps. Settling for women with children. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to raise anybody else's kids. I did that before. I don't like it. I don't like when I come along and the woman got a kid by another man. I don't want that. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck raising somebody else's kid, bro. I'll get with a young female, we'll have children on our own. I'll get with boobs and have a child with her before I deal with a female that got a kid by another man. And boobs is short. She's like 5'2", 5'3". I'll deal with her and have a baby with her than deal with somebody else's rubbish. Deal with the trash and deal with the trash that Chad and Tyrone threw away. Okay? These women, they can't attract a Chad or a Tyrone no more, so they come running to you. You feel what I'm saying? They come running to you after the 6'2" motherfucker is not checking for them no more. So then they start expanding their options and shit. Don't come running to me if you got a child by another man. Fuck that. I ain't settling that shit, bro. I ain't settling for that. I ain't settling for that shit. Man, I'm gonna be pumping and dumping. Mayweather. What am I saying, man? Oh, no, I don't know why I said that, but that's mainly what women who got kids by another man. That's who you know. That's what they mainly are for. Pumping and dumping. You feel me? I'll hit that pussy and get up before the fucking kids get up. You feel me? And settle for a female that I'm not really interested in. It's like I'm like really? Is this shit a fucking joke? The females, they got it good, man. They got all them options out there. And men like me, if I'm out there dating, I got 2 or 3 options at most. And they got thousands of options. That internet, or this internet, fucked up everything, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know, and you might call me shallow or whatever. You can call me what you want, man. But I don't deserve a woman that's sub-5. I don't. Or a woman who got kids by another man. That's why we chasing this bag. You feel me? That's why we getting this bag. So we can get the pick of the litter. So we can get the Chads, the Stacys and the Keishas. That would be gay to get the Chads and Tyrone. That would be gay as hell, boy. I just thought about that. That shit is funny, boy. You know what I'm saying? You want the Stacys and the Keishas, man. And we gonna wait and we gonna get this bag so we can pull up. We're like, bitch, all them years you was checking for Chad and Tyrone. You feel me? Now you checking for me. You're like, bitch, I got it all wrapped up now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bitch, look at me now. Pull up in a Porsche, Armani suit, Gucci suit, expensive shoes, expensive watch. Now you know what's up. Now, hey, how you like me now? As they used to say back in the day. Feel me? How do you like me now? Like, bitch, you was checking for Chad and Tyrone the whole entire time when I was broke. And now you here? Bitch, you gonna be sucking a whole lot of dick. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make these Stacys and Keishas, once I get the bag, these bitches gonna be sucking a whole lot of dick, bro. I'm gonna have that bitch sucking dick from the side. You know how like you lay down on your back and she's sucking your dick while she's on the side. And when she's up the middle, when she's face to face with you, giving you that tiger eye, ooh, man, that's gonna be some good shit. You got the bag, now you gotta suck dick. But now you gotta suck a dick. You feel me? Hey, that's what you get for ignoring me all through all them years. You Stacy's and you Keishas, that's what you get. Now put this dick in your mouth. You gotta do it now. You like my resources, so you gotta suck dick tonight. Boy. That's a powerful feeling, man, to get a female to do stuff that she normally won't do. That's why men want power and control, bro. We want control over these women, bro. The women who don't want to give us the time of day, you know, on the regular. We want power over them. You get the money in the bank, all of a sudden these Keishas and Stacy's, they're gonna be checking for you every single day of your life. All of a sudden you got influence, you got power, you got control. They gotta suck your dick now. You got the bag, you know. You got the bag. You got power over their minds, bro. You feel me? They gotta suck dick now. They got to. I got the money. I'm providing them with a lifestyle. And I dare I come home and I find a Chad or a Tyrone in my bedroom fucking my Stacy girlfriend. I'm gonna throw all the shit out of the house, bro. I'm gonna take all her shit. I ain't gonna beat up Chad. I probably won't be able to. Probably some young buff motherfucker. I probably wouldn't be able to hang. So what I'll do, I'll take all the Stacy, Keisha, or whatever. I'll take all her stuff and I'll throw it into the streets. I'll break her things. Because, you know, they move in with you when you got the bag. And you might come home and a Chad or a Tyrone might be in your bedroom. It happened to Shaq. You know, Shaq's wife was sleeping with the gardener and shit. You know the retired basketball player named Shaq, okay? Shaquille O'Neal, basically. That's his whole entire name. We call him Shaq for short. Anyway, he came home and there was a Chad or a Tyrone that was a gardener in his bedroom, man. Even though he was rich, he had money, you feel me? He had status, but that wasn't good enough for her. She still wanted Chad and Tyrone. I don't know what race that guy was, but I take it that he was since you know, he was tempting, I take it that he was Chad or Tyrone, basically. You know, you feel me? So if that ever happens to me when I got the bag, best believe I'm throwing all of her shit into the streets, like right away. I'm gonna get the shit myself and start throwing it into the streets. I'm gonna stomp on her hair dryer. I'm gonna stomp on her makeup. I'm gonna throw her makeup into the streets so cars can run over that shit. I'm gonna throw it into the streets. You fuck with me? And just a Chad or Tyrone in my bedroom when I come home? For real. I'm throwing her that shit, that Stacy bitch, and the Keisha bitch, I'm throwing your shit into the streets. Like, bitch, I provide this lavish lifestyle, and I come home, you in bed with Chad or Tyrone? Fuck that shit. Man, don't let these Stacys do that to you, man. Don't let these Keishas do that to you. Where you know, they wish you just for your money but on the side they still sleeping with Chad and Tyrone, trying to have their cake and eat it too and shit. Don't do that. Don't keep them around once you catch them cheating, man. Catch them cheating, throw that bitch shit into the streets, bro. That's what you do. Look, I'm the only one that can cheat around here. You know, I got the bag, bitch. You feel me? No, so get the bag, man. Stay vigilant. Stay focused on that money, and it'll come to you slowly but surely. You feel me? You know. Slowly but surely, it'll come to you. That's what you gotta do as a man, bro. You focus on the money, and the women will come to you, man. You don't have to go out and looks match and go to bars of cold approaching and doing all that pickup artist bullshit. You don't have to do all that, man. If you get the money, they come to you. I don't have to like say things to nag her ass. You feel what I'm saying? What they call it in the pickup art, they call it negging, which is basically a backhanded compliment, where you throw a compliment in there, but it's more of a backhand, you know, a pickup and a put down at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That's what a backhanded compliment is. I don't have to do all that shit, bro, when I got the bag. They just come to me and they laugh at all my jokes, even though they're not funny. I get them into the bedroom. I beat the pussy up. I buy them all sorts of things. I buy them all things that are extravagant. You know, top tier restaurants, high-end clothing lines, and shit like that. As long as she's sucking my dick, I'll buy all that. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna keep on going through this life having to settle for something that I'm not attracted to. I'm not gonna do it. Nope, not at all. Life is too short, man, to be settled. You feel what I'm saying? If her face is not on point, I don't give a fuck about her body, man. There was this Asian chick, man, down at the Chinese restaurant I was at, right? She had a banging body from behind. Woo, man, she had a fat ass on her. I'm like, you don't see that on Asian women as much. She had curves, she had titties and ass, she had everything, bro. And when she turned around, her face was a 4. I'm like, nope, because then when you get with these women, they're gonna produce sub-5 babies. And I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Just because her body's on point, that don't mean I'm gonna be trying to have children with her and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? No. She gotta have at least an average or above average face, and I'm sticking to those rules, especially when I got the bag. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I get the bag. I stay with those rules, I stay strict to what I want, and that's it. I have sex the way I want to have it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to be forced to have sex, with a female I'm not attracted to. I did that already. My dick don't get hard when I do that. You know what I'm saying? So nah, hell no, I ain't gonna go, man. I ain't doing that shit. I'm getting the bag. I'm getting a woman that I actually want to get with. Men do that anyway, man. That's why men get the bag, so they can get the female they want to fuck with. Like I said, when men get the bag, what they do? They go for the hottest Stacy or Keisha around. It don't matter if they sub-5 or average looking. The men that are sub-5 or the men that are average looking, once they get the bag, they go for the top tier females. And that's what the fuck I'm gonna do, nigga. Shit, you think I'm gonna be out here settling down? with a female I'm not attracted to? Like sub 5 stalker? Hell fucking no, bro. These bitches are crazy anyway. Hella psychotic. You know what I'm saying? Cause nobody want their ass, man. Feel me? So I said, get the bag and get the Keishas and the Stacys, man. You know what I'm saying? These women did us throughout our life anyway. I have always been rejected by Keisha or Stacy, bro. I was inferior to them. I had to stay in my lane, which is the average woman. You feel me? And I have always gotten average looking women, bro. Throughout my whole entire life. Never got up to the Stacys and Keishas. I never got an 8. That's how I know it's about looks, because throughout my 45 years here on earth, I ain't never got a top tier female, period. Not once, not twice, not ever. You feel what I'm saying? So I know it's all about looks. Women are always looking for the hottest dude. Oh, he's so hot. He's so hot. He's kind of hot. They always looking for dudes with the height. Hella shallow. Just leaving your ass out in the cold and shit. And you gotta deal with female. What's up, man? You gotta deal with females that are like below you. Like, nah. Hell no. Oh, you too short. 5'9". I hear that all the time, bro. Like on some of these like dating shows, like Pop the Balloon. I hear dudes who are 5'9" get put down because of their height. You hear what I'm saying? You know, it's being shallow. Okay, bitch, I get the bag. That's gonna make up for me being not very tall, bitch. Best believe that. See, that bag will put you at a even playing field, bro. You feel me? Now, bitch, say something about my height again. I got the bag now, bitch. Now it's called revenge time now. So you gotta suck this 5'9" dick. Yes, you do. You gotta suck this 5'9" dude that's 5 foot and 9 inches, you know, dick. That's what you gotta do now. So, oh, I thought you only liked tall men. What happened to you? Now you're sucking dick. You're down there. You're swallowing. You know, now what happened to the 5? What happened to the 6'2" dude? 6'3"? What happened to him? You feel what I'm saying? What happened to that motherfucker? Oh, I got the bag, so now you brought your standards down. Oh, the bag will make a female. Let me tell you something. The bag will make a female bring her standards down. I mean, it will humble a lot of these Stacys and these Keishas, bro. You feel me? The bag will bring you ain't tall enough, it don't matter, bro. Look at Kevin Hart. He got him a Stacey or Keisha or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He got a Keisha, to be exact. He got a Keisha. Know damn well that before Kevin Hart came around, she was into them tall dudes. Dudes who was 6'3", 6'4". But when he came around with the bag, all of a sudden she lowered her standards because he has money. I've seen that happen. Women will lower their standards because a nigga got a bag, bro. And that's what you gotta do, bro. You feel me? But I gotta go. I gotta fly this sign because it's still raining. And I'm gonna get as much money as I possibly can before it starts raining again. You guys have a good day. I'm out, man. Peace.